That's a good win. I think the most important thing from my perspective here from last Friday, obviously, we got carved up like a side of fries, and then we got a little better on Sunday, and I think we're a little better today. So I do see improvement. This game was close because we couldn't make a foul shot. We got to be a lot better at the foul line. I mean, it's real simple. I think we've got good foul shooters. We spend a lot of time shooting foul shots every single day, but we can't step up to the foul line and miss as many foul shots as we had and expect to become a really good team. So we've got to really improve there. So defensively, we're getting a little bit better. We're starting to learn when we can switch, when we can't switch, and by personnel, sometimes it's different depending upon who's on the floor. So we're getting better there, and then offensively, we're going to be a team that hopefully can improve a lot throughout the year there. We're just, with so many kind of newer type players. So steps in the right direction, but obviously we know we got a long way to go. Questions?
Mark, obviously the free throw shooting is a concern, but I imagine that you can write that off more to maybe a one-night deal, and some of the other things are need more attention, the defense, and sort of figuring out your rotation. I mean, is that kind of a fair way to address that?
I think so. If you look at our team, and BJ traditionally has struggled some with the foul line. But he's got to get better, and we know it, and we're working with him every day. But you go down through there and look at Malik and Leonard and Caleb and Cody and Maverick and Cat. Those guys should be good foul shooters. And I think they are good foul shooters. So I think we should be a really good foul shooting team. I really do. And so, hopefully that's not going to be something that becomes storyline, on most nights. So, defensively tonight, I think we're a team right now that's, at times we look really good. There was a stretch, I don't know exactly what the clock was, maybe about 8 minutes down to 3 or 4 minutes to go in the game. I thought we just shut them down, and BJ was a factor around the rim. He blocked some shots, and we gave him one shot, and they seemed to really struggle there, and we opened up the game. But, I don't think that we're a team that's doing that yet for long stretches. We got to be a lot better there for longer periods of the game.
Mark, are you playing Cat more than you'd prefer, and do you have to manage and monitor his minutes?
He's young. He's got fresh legs, and I think he's fine. It's interesting in the last couple games of, right about in the first half and second half, those times when I'm thinking I really got to get him out of there. Timeouts have come, and, he's rested through timeouts, and so I don't know that that's been an issue. I don't know that, he needs to do it every night. But, I've had players before. Some guys can be 38, 40-minute guys. Some guys can do it and still be very effective. So Cat's that way in practice. He never gets tired. Never looks tired. And always seems like he's got a burst of speed there, no matter what. So we'll kind of just play that one by ear. We'll watch it. Something that we need to think about, but we'll just kind of see how each game plays out.
Do you think having the trip to New York where it is in the schedule, is this kind of like an ideal time to see where they are at this point in the year?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think we like to play good teams, and, we're going to play some guys from, Power 5 conferences. But I think we're going to come back and play good teams. I think, we try to strategically play good teams. Teams we think are going to win, teams that have a lot of good players coming back. And so next game's a challenge. Those two in Brooklyn will be challenges. They'll come back. We'll have them. So we just got to keep getting better regardless of who we're playing. We got to figure out how to improve every day in every area of the game. That's the most important thing for us.
Mark, 2 games now into without Terry. Are you starting to get a feel now for rotations and combinations and that kind of thing without him? And also, how is Maverick coming along? Because he sure looked pretty good in the second half tonight.
Well, I think without Terry, it's going to kind of be a, situation where there could be some games where maybe foul trouble plays a factor. Obviously, we can't afford to have any more injuries. That would be really difficult for us to absorb that. But, guys are stepping forward, and you have to move on and play. Maverick's a fun player. He's a fun guy to coach. He's aggressive. He's tough-minded. He's walked in here thinking he should be starting no matter what, and and he'll step up and play well. And Caleb's doing a nice job, and I still want to get Sean going a little bit more. Sean needs practice time. I got to get Sean. We just haven't had a lot of practice time to really kind of bring him along where everybody else is. But we just have to adjust. Excuse me, without Terry.
You get the sense at all with the defensive bursts that the guys are trying to save themselves?
I think that's a good question. I don't know. I don't think so. And I think everybody's coming in and out of there a little bit and staying fresh. We just have to get better, and I have to demand that we get better, and I think we can.
Coach, sticking with the on the defensive side of the ball, obviously they had a lot of big guys that could step out and shoot a little bit. Kind of talk about, assess how you feel your guys did, helping out on the big guys outside, and how important it is to be able to face a team like this that has some stretch fours early. You can face guys later in the season like that.
Well, I think for us the biggest, as we watched the tapes of their first couple games, was the little guy Combs. That was kind of he was the focus for us. And so I thought 2 or 3 times we kind of switched, and sometimes we almost kind of doubled him and really kind of overhelped. And they had a couple throwbacks where those guys made some threes, and they're capable 3-point shooters. But we were going to live with a couple of those because we didn't want Combs to get going, and that was the biggest thing for us. We felt like if he came in here and really struggled, they'd have a hard time winning the game. And he ends up with 5 points. And so sometimes you pick your poison a little bit. So for us, I think that was a result of probably where our attention was all focused on Combs.
Mark, all the things you talked about in your opening statement, and other than Terry getting hurt, which obviously was unexpected, is it about what you expected to be dealing with 3 games into the season? I mean, where are you guys related to where you would hope to be at this point?
Well, honestly, I didn't expect to get carved up like we did on the first night, which we did. We got to learn from that. We got to get better, and it's going to be a reminder for us all year. But, if you think about our team, you got 3 juniors, you've got 3 sophomores, and then you got 2 guys that 5 months ago were getting ready to play high school basketball, Sean and Maverick. They were going to play high school basketball this year. That's our team, and that's it. And 3 juniors, 3 sophomores, and 2 high school seniors. And so it's who we are. And so there's going to be a lot of room for growth and a lot of room for improvement. And I look at those guys. I look at Maverick right now, and you kind of say, man, am I taking for granted already the guy's getting 15, 16 every night? And Caleb's in a much bigger role than he was, and Malik's a lot better than he was last year at this time. And Cat to me is just taking great strides. So, I mean, everybody, I can go through all of them. So we're a team that's, we're going to learn a lot about ourselves here the first, 6, 8, 10, 12 games. And then, then we're going to walk into the league play and better be ready for some, and we have to be ready. So there's a lot to learn with this team. And we got a lot of room to grow up, every guy. So it's actually a lot of fun. It's fun going to practice every day. They're eager, and they're willing and eager, and they know they have a lot to learn. So that's fun to be with them every day.
Other than the free throws, how did you think your sweetheart did tonight?
Got to get a little tougher. Still got to get a little tougher. And the term is a sense of urgency. He's got so much potential, so talented. Just got to get that fire in his belly the whole time, and he'll get there. So we'll see. Anybody else?